Alright, this is the app that I was working on for weeks 3 and 4. It's the Kids Talk Spanish app. It's just to teach children how to speak Spanish. Let's click on it right now. I was required to go through a JSON file, or whether it was local or from an API, and we decided to go local since I had all these pictures that my friend had that I can make it work. Anyways, if I go to review right now, this file's empty because there's nothing in the sequel. But if you go to start and you start your pictures, the moment you click anywhere in the picture, it'll actually play for you the word. Then like
bebé, biberón, bicicleta, boca,
burro,
carro,
cubo,
and you can see you can go back to the home screen, and it starts from the last card that you left off.
elefante,
So let's say, for example, if the child hits replay,
elefante,
that means that he probably needs to study that because he did not quite understand it.
gato,
So let's hit guitarra.
guitarra,
Let's hit replay on this
Guitarra.
one.
libro, mano, manzana,
maracas,
mariposa,
So you get the idea.
niño, pájaro, pato.
And so on.
Mira la palabra pez.
So let's hit replay on
Mira
this
la
one.
palabra
Now when I
pez.
go to my home screen and I hit review, we're gonna see a scroll screen of the items that I actually hit replay. So here you go, elefante, and you can click anywhere in the picture.
elefante,
It'll actually play the sound for you. You can scroll, we did guitarra,
guitarra.
and the last one was pez.
Mira la palabra pez.
You go back to your home screen, there you go, and the native feature that was just a requirement for the class, so I had to do it. This actually is not going to work here because it's the emulator. However, you did see that it was working on the iPad yesterday when we were in class. So that's the way the app works. Now let's go and look at the code. On my app.js, I kind of went ahead and combined it with it. Like it has my UI information there as well. I'm not going to update until I turn it in tonight. But anyways, it's got the camera, it requires the camera. It's just to create window, main window, review window, and then down here is just the buttons. Then what actually makes the views is this, and then you create the scrollable view, and these views get added onto the scrollable views. That's for the first one, the one that when you hit the start button in the middle of the home screen. That's the one that works with that one. And here for scrollable view 2, this is the one that actually pulls from the SQL file, and it creates the image actually coming from the sequels. So you see here, it's not digging into the JSON file itself, it's actually digging into the SQL, while over here this is digging into the JSON file. Let's take a look at the JSON file. Just typical JSON. We got image 1, sound 1. My friend wanted to do image 2 and sound 2, but it was just making the app too big, so that's why you still see those spots there. I'm probably gonna add the URLs to that, but anyways, that's just the JSON. And then for the cloud, it actually has the camera in it. Like this file doesn't really get used anymore, but in the cloud here, it does the cloud login. And then you have the actual camera code here, and that's what you normally, when you take a picture, as soon as you hit like accept the picture, it saves it on your phone, and it actually pushes it to the cloud as well, Titanium clouds. Here's the SQL file. It's just typical SQL, like create, which inserts into cards. Over here is actually the database open, create table if not exists. We're doing the integer just because that's always good. flash as text and sound as text. The reason why we're doing that as text is because when it's digging through the JSON file, this is all text information right here. So it's not an actual image because the image is already living here. So I would be able to do the same thing if I had the images online and just put a URL here. That will work just as good. You have destroyed. This function gets called when you hit the start button. So basically when you start going through the flashcards, then it'll clear the database, and then when you hit review back in the home screen, then it'll go through those pictures. But the moment you hit start again, it'll delete it. Why? Because you don't want to keep all those pictures being saved on forever. It'll, create a huge scroll view, which is going to be pointless. Local database, just that's where it's being saved. We got my flash, which equals last store field name flash, and then it's my sound, which are the values that are up here in the SQL. Anyway, pretty simple there. And review cards. This one, it's actually not being used because I ended up moving this onto the app.js. So you got the actual make views here and scrollable view too. Here you got make views too here, so we don't need that. Anyway, that's it. It's pretty simple. You just add all the buttons to the main window. Nothing too complicated there. When you hit the replay button, it actually does the create, the SQL create, and that's how it adds it when you hit that replay button. And that's it. Now I know I showed you in class that the Titanium did not want to run at all. I was running it on my Galaxy Tablet 2, and it was just giving me, it wasn't even like a normal error, like giving me a clue of what's going on. It would just say this message: unfortunately, Kids Talk Spanish has stopped. Went through the code, look at everything. I'm using the color code that way. I'm adding everything separate. I'm not doing main window, add, review button, comma, camera button, comma, make everything separate, so it's supposed to work with Android, but I just keep getting that one message. So it's not even giving me a clue. Anyways, that's my app for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it.